Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. The Gulf News reports that the Gaza truce sets stage for Cairo talks. As a 3-day truce took effect, informal talks between Israel and Hamas were to take place in Cairo that would attempt to secure a permanent ceasefire. The paper also states that Britain's first Muslim cabinet minister, Lady Saida Warsi, tendered her resignations yesterday over the UK's policy in Gaza, calling it morally indefensible. The Khaleej Times has reported that Israel said it withdrew the last of its ground forces from Gaza on Tuesday as it and Hamas begin a temporary ceasefire. The paper also reports that Saudi Arabia is testing a man for the Ebola virus after he showed symptoms of the viral fever following a recent trip to Sierra Leone. He is in a critical condition. The Arab News reports that senior officials from the Labour and Interior Ministries held a meeting in Riyadh on Tuesday to intensify the campaign against labour and residency law violators across the kingdom. It also reports that Israeli troops withdrew ground forces from the Gaza Strip on Tuesday and started a 72-hour ceasefire with Hamas mediated by Egypt. The Jerusalem Post focuses on the Gaza 72-hour ceasefire and states that while Hamas has a long list of demands, Israel, according to government officials, is concentrating on two main issues: preventing Hamas from rearming in the short term and demilitarizing Gaza over the long run. The paper also reports that Southern Command Chief Sami Turjaman warned that violating the truce with Israel would be a severe mistake on Hamas's part. From Lebanon, the Daily Star reports that a large number of Islamist militants withdrew overnight from the northeastern town of Arsal as mediation efforts continue to end the fighting with the Lebanese army. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news from the UK papers. The Daily Telegraph reports that Baroness Warsi has received criticism from fellow cabinet ministers over her resignation and should have remained in government to demand tougher measures against Israel. The Independent focuses on the devastation in Gaza and reports that survivors now face a battle for water, shelter and power. The Guardian asks, does Israel's US-funded Iron Dome make the world safer? And states that the missile defense shield currently blocking Hamas rockets limits the need for preemptive strikes by any country that has it. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news in international papers. The Deutsche Welle reports from Lebanon that the 24-hour truce has reportedly been agreed between the Lebanese army and Islamist militants to halt fighting in a town on the border of Syria. The Global Times reports that UN Security Council has condemned the attacks in northern Iraq by ISIS, warning that those responsible must be held accountable for crimes against humanity. That was it for today. For more updates, visit Levant.tv. Thanks for watching and bye for now.